Hello, journalism staff. So we are back at it. I hope you had a good spring break. So here we are on our calendar. This updated calendar is in files in Canvas. So I'm going to show you really quick. So if you go to Canvas, here's our course, files, and there's a couple different things in here, but production calendars is where you're going to want to look for that. And then you've got March, which is over, but here's April's version 2. And I have deleted the old versions just so you don't get confused. So that's what we're looking at is this calendar. So today, Staff 2, your rough draft is due, meaning that you start the editing process. You need to move it into the folder, and then that means it's shared with everybody. And then from there you need to get started with your editing, and I'll go over that in just a minute. Staff 1, you're brainstorming, because on Wednesday I'm going to have you submit a story approval on Canvas. If you would like to do a Zoom meeting, and this does not have to be everybody, it can just be Staff 1, or even if you just want to talk to me one-on-one, we can try and come up with a story idea. We've got 2 days, 3 days really, because then sometime on Wednesday I'd like a story approval from Staff 1. So Staff 1, that's what you're working on. If you're done though, because right now I only have 3 finalized articles that I will get published today. I don't have any others, so the other people on Staff 1, you need to finish that editing process and submit your final article on Canvas. That's what tells me that you are ready for it to be published, is it is submitted on the assignment that says final article. If it's not there, I'm not even going to look for it. I'm not going to look for it in the folder. I'm not going to assume it's done. It needs to be turned in on Canvas in the final assignment so that I know. And I have 3 of those, so I will proof those today, get them published. However, they're not going to be linked to Instagram, so that's Morgan, Sky, and Reagan Hartfill, because I don't have an image. So please send me an image. Ideally, you would put it in the Google folder with your article so that I can just access it really easily. So that's Staff 1. We're finishing up publishing, but then you're moving right along to do your next story. Staff 2, I'm going to come back to you guys. Your rough draft is due today, which means you begin the editing process. So, in Google, you're going to want to go to Shared With Me. You have a folder shared with you called Journalism, and then I've labeled it for my own purposes, Trimester 3, 1920. And then a couple things you're going to look at. Editing assignments. This is who you will have do your first edit. And basically what I've done for this first one is I've just swapped you. So Patrick and Hannah, you will swap. Braden and Nikayla will swap. Cambry and Carly will swap. On your second edit, we had to mix it up a little bit. So Hannah will have Cambry do her second edit. Patrick will have Carly do his second edit. And so on. But for right now, just worry about swapping with that person. Your article, you're going to put in the appropriate folder. So Staff 2. This is 2.1. And then you're going to put it in whatever style of article it is. And then at that point, the article is shared with them. You don't need to share it with that person. It's just accessible to everybody. But you need to share with them an editing sheet. So how you're going to do that is you have an article editing sheet here for your first draft and one for your second. These are the originals. Please make a copy. So you're going to right click it, click make a copy, and then in that same folder it's going to say copy of article editing sheet. Then you're going to rename it. What I would do is first off delete copy of, and then maybe put your initials. So if this was mine, I'd do KS article editing sheet first draft. Click OK. And then I'd move it. Please don't leave all of your editing sheets in here. And it looks like Staff 1, you did fine with that. Move to your own folder so that it's yours, no one else is typing on it, and then you're just sharing it with one other person, and that is your first editor, which is listed here. So Hannah's going to copy it, rename it, HN, article first editing sheet, move it, share it with Patrick, and so forth. So that's how you begin this editing process here. You've got a couple days to do that, so you share it, you have a couple days to continue that first edit. Hopefully by Thursday you've been able to coordinate with that other person back and forth a little bit, so that you can do this process a second time with your second editor. And as you saw in the folder, there is a editing sheet for the second draft, and they're just labeled different so we can keep track of them. You'll want to have these completed because they are assignments that need to be uploaded in Canvas. So you can see first article, editing sheet, first draft, first article, second draft. And then this is what I was referring to before with Staff 1. That's the one that's submitted for me. These are you just showing me that you're in progress. So you'll submit things for each stage just so that we can keep track. Where we're not in person, that just seemed like the best way to go about it. So that was quite a bit. So to recap really quickly, Staff 1, you are finishing up 1.1, so I can hopefully get you published this week. I need it submitted to this one where it says first article, final article. I need an image, and then that tells me it's ready for me to edit and publish it. Then you need to be working on your story approval, which is down here, second article story approval. You'll fill out the form just like normal. It's in files, and you will upload it. If you need help, let me know, and we can try and come up with an idea for you. Staff 2, you are beginning the editing process, so you'll want to find out who your editor is, make a copy of the editing sheet, share it with them, you submit it when they're done, and then you do it with your second editor. So hopefully that was clear as mud. Tried to simplify this a little bit, but we still have a process so that we can publish things that are worth reading. I just encourage you to be creative. This is definitely an interesting time, and we can put a new spin on things that we never have before. So anyway, email me if you have questions, but please watch this video. I address quite a few things that will hopefully clarify. I've shown you everything. But yeah, good luck, and stay in touch with me so we can get some stuff published. Thanks, guys.